that's nice. I'm setting that he just did it. Hi, everybody. How's everyone doing tonight? Happy Wednesday. Happy Hump Day. Full disclosure, before I start everything, I'm on a rare energy because yesterday I quit my job. Yeah! So I'm just like living artistically, unemployed for the next 3 weeks. I started a new job soon. But I get like a 3-week siesta. I'm gonna write some poetry. I'm gonna host a show. I'm gonna do a lot of stuff. So I'm happy that you're here. This is my first time at LitArts RI. I don't know if you're looking behind me, but this is probably one of the most beautiful murals I've ever seen in my life. Like, it has every landmark, it has cats, it has details, and I want it on like a sticker or a t-shirt. So give a round of applause for yourself to coming out tonight. This is Words Worth Spoken. He's sitting down right now, but he's usually much taller. We're here to celebrate the birthday, the celebration, the life, the poetry of Craig Kirkland, aka Amaziyah the Great. Give it up for him. He asked me to host, and I was like, "Are you sure?" You know, because I can kind of like go off the rails sometimes. But the confidence was reassuring, and yet here we are. I wore yellow, and of course he's Jamaican. He wore it too. I'm not saying we're twins, but I would be Danny DeVito in that equation. So, to get things started for open mic, we have, I think, a couple of signups, but considering that I love an intimate space, and of course Louie, who inspires with Pawtucket poetry, having nice intimate poetry readings where we can be vulnerable, and this is the energy we're gonna bring, and the best way to do that is by reading a poem myself. Why not? I host, I do poetry. You might not know. Thank you, right? Peer pressure, it works every time, especially in college.
Say more, Vlad. Say more.
I'm towing the line. You know, obviously I'm wearing a Quentin Tarantino shirt, so it's already bad enough as it is. Sorry, kids at home. Wait till you're 18 to watch it. If you're in another country, stream it on Tubi. You know, who cares? You know, it'll be okay. So, this poem, I like to write longer poems usually. I wish I could write limericks or haikus because I think they're a wonderful art form with writing to be so intentional in such a small space. Me writing a small poem is very rare. It usually means I got stuck and I gave up on it, but I'd like to share something I wrote here with you. This poem I wrote on, I like to give the dates, it has a nice context. February 27th. Most likely I was sitting in a cubicle at my former place of employment, wishing I wasn't there, and trying to escape through some writing. And shout out to LitArts because I found out this is like a writing mecca. If you get a chance during our break, by the way, to my left, there's basically a hall of fame of all its members, and you will see faces and names that you recognize. I see you in the crowd now. Clarise is on that board, but get a chance during our break not only to get some Hennessy, but also to really appreciate this space that we're in, books and all. But to start, of course, this has no poem or no title. Today, my fingers find the glass the way ink used to stroll on paper. Sliding through this keyboard is like solving a puzzle. The magic of language and words mystify more the mystery of why these words flow galore. Today, my fingers feel light and strike like lightning, answering life queries with this QWERTY as I'm typing a poet's mind. Answering life queries with this QWERTY as I'm typing a poet's mind. Transcribed, sent into the air to live forever. Words solidify when joined together. Thank you. On our open mic list, if I believe I have the names right, which I think I'm, okay, there we go. Coming, well, on deck, we have Rizen for open mic. And coming next to the stage to open it up, please give this person a round of applause who's going first in open mic. Can either be really great, really terrifying, or like a mix of them both. Please put your hands together for Vinnie. While you walk to the stage, I'll give you a friendly reminder. Our open mic sets are only for 3 minutes. You won't be timed, but you will be gently shooed if you go over. All right, here we go. Give it up for Vin one more time, please.
All right, the end. No, I'm okay. I got two. I'll do them in chronological. They're both very short. Have no fear, for dawn is near. It's safe now to arise. Wake and know the sunlight's glow will lighten those dark skies. The struggles you are going through brought tears upon your eyes. Come what may, embrace the day, for every teardrop dries.
Yes.
Come what might, embrace the light. Pain's love, just in disguise. It isn't wrong to feel strong. Love needs no alibis.
That's right.
Thank you.
Wonderful. Wonderful.
And then I got this, I wrote this morning as a challenge for one of the groups to use certain words. So I saw her for the first time dancing in a waterfall. The water was sublime as it embraced her like a squall. Although I knew it was a crime, in her log cabin I would fall. The hours would transpire, turning into several days. Her aspirations soaring higher, never failing to amaze. Making love beside the fire, frolicking inside its blaze. I woke up all alone inside a tent where I had lain. Gone was all that I had known, washed away by all the rain. Once more my heart was overthrown. Once more my dreams turned into pain. Thank you.
Not only was his timing impeccable, his poetry was awesome.
Yes. Yeah.
Did I lose it?
Yeah.
Let's see what I did. Knowing myself, I hit the button. Which I did all the time. All right, hi, please give it up for Vin one more time, please. I mean, it's such an intimate space, but I think the microphone does help. On deck, we have Pawtucket Poetry's own Louie. And coming up next to the stage, please put your hands together for a very special individual, Rizen.
Okay. This is a psalm and an apology. It's called bloodletting. I need a blood. I have let the ichor build for too long. It is up to my eyes, or is that where it's pouring in? The sludge slopped in, making my legs heavy so that I cannot run away or get up or move to the next task. I am inclined to be stuck. It rose up through my gut, polluting my intuition, infesting the way I saw others with whispers of bad intentions. The inky muck surrounded my heart, seeped through the membranes, every beat pumping ill will throughout my body. It took hold of my hands, directed them to connect my eyes and ears to more sources of pollution. It filled my heart until it was overflowed from my mouth. This disgusting, vile darkness poured out at those around me, critical, cutting words in a biting tone, a sword reforged that was broken long ago. I saw the way I was interacting with the world, and I despised it. I did not like the way I was, but I felt powerless to stop it. I need a bloodletting. More like a blood transfusion. Lay me down, spread out my arms, and pull out this darkness from within me. Cut off the source and power wash my soul. Lead me to streams of living water and restore me, that I may dwell in your presence and once again be a light. Thank you.
Well done, sir. Masterclass. Absolutely love it every time. Please give it up for Rizen one more time. Now, I kind of surprised her with the on-deck announcement, but she's like the lady of the night. I mean, what sense would it make if we're celebrating the life of your wonderful, dutiful husband and you weren't going to come and bless the mic? I mean, really? Please give it up for Louie.
I got this. This one's called What Happens to the Love? When you give someone your love and it doesn't work out, what happens to the love? When you love different people throughout your life and then they're no longer there, what happens to the love? Does love rebirth, recycle, or reuse itself? Does it regenerate? Or does it simply regrow once it's dead? I've heard it said that each time you love someone, you give a piece of your heart away, which left me wondering, how much do I have left? How much of my heart am I operating on? I've also heard it said that love is like sunshine. It's enough to reach everyone at the same time. That leaves me thinking how a new day dawns each morning, fresh sunshine every day. Is love like that? A nurse once told me that our hearts don't actually do anything but pump blood. She said it doesn't control your feelings or emotions. I was taken back by this, so I read up on it and learned that love comes from the frontal lobe of our brains. Imagine that. Our brain, which houses our mind, is the central processing unit of our love. Am I now to believe love is a matter of my mind? Wow. So is it mind over matter? Or circumstances or situation? Do I just renew, refresh, and reboot my brain's files in order to love fresh and new? What happens to the love of old? I suppose it matters what my mind is told. For some, it's delete and repeat. For some, it's saved on the hard drive, never to be forgotten. For some, well, I don't know. I can't imagine anything else. I simply don't know. What do you think happens to the love?
Thank you, Lori. Such a good sport for being absolutely surprised by my kamikaze announcement. But you're wonderful. Look at that, right? Just stood up here and said, you called my name. You gave me a death look when I did it. But you came up here and read the poetry, and everyone loved it.
I love you, Vlad.
I'm happy I won't, be gone after this is over. So that's really great. So coming up next to the stage, he was sure to specify that this next poet is the guest of honor. So please lend your ears to this young man. I've heard him perform once, and it was very captivating. Please put your hands and your ears together for Suleimen.
Hello, everyone. My name is Suleimen, and I'd like to start off with a quote that I've been living by ever since I heard it. It's that we're not here to be happy. We're here to matter. And what most people say they want to be happy, what they actually mean is that they don't want to suffer stupidly. And that we don't choose whether we suffer, but that we choose what we suffer for. And ever since that day, I chose to suffer to help make this world a brighter place in some way through my poems. So I hope they will be just a bit lighter, just a bit brighter. Yes. You're young or old, but if you're young, you need not listen to what you're told. And if you're old, it's never late to open your ears to this simple secret. Fate is an illusion. Lies, pleasure, and confusion separate you from the truth that you create, that you were made to choose. Don't always have all the options, but you always have a choice. Need to use the gifts of awareness, gifts of mind. Don't underestimate how great you could be if you tried. Until you have no more options, ask yourself, why am I doing this? Am I abusing this? Am I doing something I could stop? I did not come here to waste my years. I came here to dream a vision and pursue it all while feeling fear. I am alive right now, right here. It takes hard work to go from there to here. It appears like privilege, luck. It appears like illness, tragedy, making you weak and stuck, like society telling you that you're a schmuck and life isn't smooth sailing. And the voice out there is the voice right beneath your hair, right beneath your skull. The walls, the mysteries, it all is right inside your mind. Please realize you don't need to attain or realize to say, I will make life better. I'll keep going through tears and sweat. I will find what's effortless pursuit until it becomes monotonous and show up again because I stand on the shoulders of those who created all this. I can read prose that will change my existence. I am the creator of my fate. Social media, negativity are only there to make me stop trying any new activity. I will create heaven or die trying. Better than live not having had anything or die lying. I will pursue what my heart desires, put my heart into it. Stand back, liars. I'm sick of lies, and 99% of them are behind my eyes, behind my skull. I choose to rule my world in accordance with the highest good. Sometimes that isn't what I want, but I would do it to have a shot at a life that's better.
Amen.
They say now or never. They say we don't live forever. I say life's too short to let your heart's dreams pass, and too full to drink just half of the glass.
Yes.
Ooh, I think the mic is smoking a little bit. Wow. Suleimen, a big shout out to you and your talents. That was incredible. Yes, he's graduating high school in 4 days. He's on his last week of a tax-free lifestyle. Sing him out with something hard, folks. Please, it's W-2s for life. Well, hopefully
You are
not.
W9.
W9. All right. Self-owned business. I apologize. That was our businesswoman herself, curator of Outspoken, Sara in the back. Please give it up for Sara as well. W9s. I'm like, what's a W9? I work for the man. Oh God. So to kind of conclude our open mic session, and last chance, anybody just feeling froggy, anybody so inspired, they just want to come on this mic and speak their truth out loud. Oh yeah, I was gonna sign you up when you walked in, but I didn't want to be rude. Honestly, I was like, let me at least be a little courteous and give her a chance to do something, you know. But I'm happy that it's taken over, right? Just feeling the gusto or that little feeling in the back of your throat, like it's wonderful. Please come up and perform when you're ready. No rush. I can do a Jeopardy theme. I can hum. I can do "Be Happy" by Bobby McFerrin. I'm very talented. Please give it up for Simply Sara.
You are tall.
Thank you.
And I got a little cushion from Old Navy. I thought I was gonna reach your height.
You're wearing.
How y'all doing? I was gonna sit down and drink water in my business, but Suleimen, I don't know who raised you, who named you, who did anything, but like that is so right that I can't just sit in my seat. I want you to know that a healer I deal with, she calls it your soul tribe, right? That you find soul tribe, you find people that are unafraid of the work, you find people that want the uphill battle, people that come as warriors. And so I really want to dedicate this next piece to you, if that's all right. I actually want your girl's permission, not you. And this is something this is not where I like to be. I'm a curator of poetry. I love hearing the ways that this gift is imparted into different people and how it is translated out. And every so often I feel spicy enough to write. But this is not where I lay my hat, but I do it to let you know that this is a real world. Get yourself a W9. Don't go get a W2. You have too much vision to be under anybody else, all right?
Yes.
Don't tell your parents I said that though. And so this piece is called Why Poetry, Why Me? I just need your quick consent that I'm going to use profanity in a very classy way. No? Okay, I'll edit it. I'll do like the radio. I'll go beep. Why poetry, why me? My performances are a gentle reminder to please don't mess with me. I'm a proven winner, 3-time winner, and not just the nominee.
I refuse to remanufacture my pain to feed you negativity. So I recite these words so that I can focus on positivity. See, for me, it's about rejecting their lies and prioritizing honesty. For me, it's about restoring faith and upholding our dignity. I do poetry for the OGs like Mom, Len, and Valerie. See, the vision and the purpose is bigger than me. I'm only human, but one of my superpowers is poetry. I do it in honor of folk like Langston Hughes and Nikki Giovanni, those who sacrificed their privileges so that I could be free. I use it to address discriminations, injustices, and inequities, to assure that we share the untold stories of our communities. I do it to expose that I don't respect George Washington's grill made up of slave teeth. I do poetry as a form of reparation in this corrupt country. Why poetry? Why me? It's my inheritance. It's my ancestry.
Absolutely, simply Sara, yeah. Take no prisoners, I love it. That's the poetry that gets you going. Before we come to our first portion, we're gonna take a break, and then for anyone like me who's been looking at that Hennessy bottle, it means it will open when the break comes along. All right? We might do like a group shot, we might do something like poetry. I can kind of see it now. So before we impart, obviously, like I mentioned, I'm just on a high because I quit that terrible job, but I got probably one of the best poems I've ever written out of that job, out of my frustrations. And that's really where poetry comes from. It comes from wanting to have a voice. Words are spoken. It comes from offering a safe space for people to talk, honoring your history, speaking through your suffering. Having all these moments in your life and all these collectives that you put into poetry is why we're all here. And now this poem is one of my favorites because it no longer applies, but I'll always remember that feeling when I wrote it. Please allow me to read for you in great celebration. Clickety clackety. Clicking, clacking keys, Twitter away to my ears. It sounds like approximately more than 280 characters. Now that's a rough Excel projection. I only mention because that's what my subconscious counts as I hear click, click, clicking, clack, clack, clacking keys attached to stories about drinks or injuries. I hear advice for recipes and TMI and various life stories over whispers, chatters, and chitters with click, click, clicking, clack, clacking keys. The space bar sounds different. It's the break in the Morse code. It's contributing to the task, the goal, the project, the document, the file, the cloud, the company vision, their mission, whoever it's for, whoever this email is for, turns out is the new response saved in my thoughts as my audio file. It's like fusion, so their fingers are fission. Sounds of crinkling plastic with clacking keys in the cubicle that feels 3 by 3 reminds me of entrenched trench warfare, attrition, gradually reducing the strength of silence in my mind. Those clicking, clacking keys compose the modern day no man's land. It's a standoff where 2 hours of work translates to 20 minutes in real time. My flux capacitor is my AirPods, a gold mine. Thank you, Mom. Click, click, clicking, click, click, clicking, clack, clack, clacking, clicking, clicking, clacking, click, click, clacking, click, click, clacking keys can Dropbox a free spirit like rocks while weighing the paper I'm making to only scissor those thoughts that want to quit these keys, that wants to leave, that wants to close the windows forever because office air can be really still or really bad for you to breathe. Click, click, clicking, clack, clack, clacking keys. Office temp is always 64. I played even cooler because I'm in here with no degrees. The faint sound of water talk is the product that I'm selling out for with the G's in my salary. As I hear typing, it feels like a type of defeat. These click, click, clicking, clack, clack, clacking keys. Thank you. So we're gonna take a hot break, but before we do, I believe that our tallest member in the room, aka the host of the night, the person I'm celebrating it, wants to say a couple of words because he just can't resist. Please give it up for Amaziyah.
Maximum respect. In the beginning, words were spoken. It's a pleasure to have every single individual here. I really do appreciate you, Vlad, Nelle. Louie! Louie! Let's stay at big voices. Friends over there, maximum respect. Bliss, Suleimen, I needed to do another one before we go to the break, but I'm just gonna say Sara.
Thank you.
I got it. Mike. And you the wonderful guest, Louie. What?
You better know her.
Mrs. Kirkland. Yeah, it's an amazing moment. I don't know. I really do appreciate you all. But one other thing I decided I would want to say to you all, I really love and respect and appreciate that ever since. Because once upon a time, Rhode Island to me was like a place where I was visiting until I found part of poetry. And that's where, Lord will lead me on to many events after. I think the first was AS220, where I met Nelle and Shamari and other people were there, Yana. And ever since, everyone, treat me like a family, as I said before. I went to Outspoken and, Sara gave me the opportunity to perform for the very first time, even though many people were there that she already knew, but she decided she wanted me to share poetry. And I did, and ever since, she still shared that same level of love and respect for me. So maximum love and respect for reaching here tonight. Tracy and Shakida interviewed me on their podcast, and it was a phenomenal moment. And to see you here representing, Clarise, we go many places together, Boston, all over, and it's really amazing. Thank you all very much, and we will go to the break. We have free refreshments. Well, they're paid for still, but complimentary refreshments. So we're gonna go to a break, and then we start off with the selected persons who are on to perform. But maximum love and respect. Suleimen. So ever since we met at Part of Poetry, Suleimen is always been sending me messages, and he's telling me how much I inspire him. It's really amazing to know that, we can all inspire each other. So while we are in this space, I would really want him, even though I say 3 minutes, I really would want, first of all, allow him to do another piece, because he speaks volumes. So Suleimen,
Yes.
do one and then we'll take a break. Maximum respect. Big respect. Hold on a second. So maximum respect to all you people on YouTube. I see my kids. I see you tuning in. Big respect to my mom. Big respect to all the fans out there. Also on, the TikTok is down. But maximum respect. So, take it away.
All right. In case you don't know, Amaziyah not only is a poet, he's a production. You're streaming right now currently on TikTok and I believe also on YouTube. So whether there's a young child or an elderly person or someone even in another country, make sure you smile and you look nice. So that way we look like we're having so much fun and we look happy. No, we are. No, I absolutely agree. I'm looking at faces, I see teeth. The teeth look good. It's wonderful. So we're gonna stroll into our feature portion tonight. Now, like I said, I'm not a lawyer, but I did a little bit more negotiating. We're actually just gonna keep it at 10 minutes a poem, or a poet. So you have your full set, we have full range to do that creativity. Timing wise, I'll worry about that. I'm your host. Don't fret at all. To start things off, I'm going to actually just say the name of our featured poets and the people who can expect to go up. The order in which I say your name will be the order in which you come to this stage.
Vlad, one moment. Sorry to disturb, but I had two open micers that need to perform again, and that's Jill and Suleimen.
Oh, great! No,
Yeah, so they're just gonna do
perfect.
one piece each, and then we go over to the
No,
feature.
I love I
Okay.
love the inspiration. All right.
Yes.
I'm so sorry. I fibbed. It's May, but I July to you. We're actually going to keep our open mic second round going. What were those?
Just
Jill.
Jill and Suleimen once.
All right. So on deck for open mic, we're going to finish with Solomon's great piece, which I cannot wait for. And coming in the room really fast, we have Charlene. Give it up for Charlene. Hello, birds in the house. All right. Coming next to the stage for our open mic session, we have Jill, aka Blank. She's a poet. I have to censor myself when we get up there. She's wonderful. She's speaking some light out of Afro verse. I guarantee you're gonna love. She's quirky. She's quick. She's like whip. It's gonna be awesome. Jill, bring it on.
Yeah.
Hey.
So I have one for all of you. This one's called Sober Girl at the Rhode. I wonder if you like this. Standing close enough to me to see my eyes in their exacting colors. But the room bubbles and sways. Somehow I lay between the layers of how it is and how it seems. Serene in this mind-numbing foray. Hey, it's me, the sober girl at the rave. I'm here deciphering your friends' outlandish plans, jumping into the music with an awareness that cuts through it. A glass of water with a twist. But you never know how I act like this. Because the only chaser I need has sugar and caffeine. Hey, it's me, the sober girl at the rave. It's every Wednesday without the wine. It was college without the kegs. It was happy hour with just the fries. It's wishing I could forget some nights and blocking memories only I can describe. It's realizing mistakes actually hurt, but I'm still the girl who was out dancing, and I still make it to time and to work. Hey, it's me, the sober girl at the rave. You wouldn't think so, because in this beat, I blend into the sea of sweat and skins and sweet, sweet intoxication. But I find a greater relief, choosing to release consciously. Hey, it's me, the sober girl at the rave. I don't own a bottle opener. I'm forever the designated driver. Yes, I'm dating a bartender. Just because I'm sober doesn't mean I'm boring, but it's okay. Every birthday without the bubble. You think without the alcohol I behave, but it's me, the sober girl at the rave. You know she's at the party for the snacks. Spiking means she adds espresso. A pint is always Ben and Jerry's, though her tab is always in the single digits. And for what she saved, she bought a Lexus, not pretentious, because let me tell you one thing. It's not about what I saved. You probably had more fun. But at the end of the day, it's just me, the sober girl at the rave.
All right. Give it up one more time for Jill. I love it. I love that poem. This is fantastic. All right, to close our open mic portion, the moment that we've been waiting for anxiously for about 27 and a half minutes. No, just kidding. Please give it up for Suleimen. The sequel. Good.
I was gonna put one. Sometimes, all of the time actually, it's the simple things, the little things. They turn your heart around and give you the biggest ones. The sound of chirping winds, fluttering in the breeze, songs that seem to sync up with your soul, Right after you just wheeze while laughing in the subway, friends turn over, tells you shh, wind blows over, goes whoosh. And if I had just one wish, I'd wish for every sentient being to feel the freeing sensation of sending a text and the next, telling the same friend to look at the sunset as you let it really soak in. Do not let yourself begin to reach for your phone. It seems like it's all everyone's known, and it makes you feel so alone, and you're prone to just feeling more alone, and the wind has blown and your friend has shone. And I'm just shutting off at this point. Sometimes in life it disappoints. Sometimes you make a mistake you just can't shake. But please don't fret, you might miss something in front of your nose. Please let yourself enjoy it. Sometimes you get a diagnosis that shatters your entire world, but please, you can still hear the same birds and you can understand the words, I love you, and can say them back. And people in the streets, they don't just attack each other, and there is some sense that we are sisters and brothers. And family, there's faith. You see, sometimes you want to cry because of searing pain, but please, you're never alone. Repeat it again, I am okay. It is okay. It will be okay. My loved ones will stay. What if I don't have loved ones and no friends? What if I'm poor and dying and the end seems near yet so far away? I say, the worst is what we're here to face. It turns into the best, but do not try to replace. If you can just stay and abandon need for options and just choose. If you just try to do something, make it better and do not abuse yourself. If you just be kind to yourself, if you just remind yourself that it will be okay. It is okay, you are okay. If you just stay with your experience, that's the definition of faith. If you just try to stumble to the light, and if you just can't do. If you just keep going, there is so much more to life. If you just go through this hard time, this impossible time, if you do the impossible and rely on miracles, if you don't try to have an idea of what you'll do in 5 minutes, let alone next day, if you just remind yourself that it will be okay. You are okay. It is okay. I'll stay. You just might find something. You maybe will see there's no way for you or me to really be doomed forever. Things get worse before they get better, then they get even worse, and they get even better, then they get even more worse and even more better. This is my letter to those who cannot hear the birds outside. I've been there too. I thought that I would die. I fell many times. More than what you call failures, made mistakes, screwed up entirely, thought I was the biggest loser on this earth. Forget work, I couldn't even wake up in the morning, get out of my bed, and instead of studying, I played video games. Instead of getting friends or accolades, I lost everything that was made. I crushed everything that was there. I even stopped caring about cutting my hair or clipping my nails. I failed, and I failed, and I failed, and I wailed. Could I mail this letter to my younger self? To tell them all these things, that faith is having none, that you have to feel like everything is gone. You have to lose your son to see the stars, and then you have to lose those two to see the sun always comes up again.
Ladies and gentlemen, Suleimen, please give it up for a round of applause. Well, I'm happy that we're inspired. I'm happy that we're all on the same wave. And I think, if anything, obviously Amaziyah is a great representative for being yourself and speaking your word. And it's only right Suleimen comes up here and Vinnie exemplifies that for all of us. And this shows why poetry is important, why this community is important, why we're all here, why we talk about these nights, why we share these stories, why we stream it in other countries, because our words and what we have to say and what we feel together, that is the essence of tonight. So again, Craig, thank you for putting this together.
Yes.
Big shout out. And finally, we're coming to our features. All right. So, I said I was going to announce all of the features at once, but I can realize that's confusing. I mean, why should you have to keep up? So we're just going to do our classic on deck and then our next. On deck, we have Nelle. And coming next to the stage, we have Clarise. Now, we're gonna do something very different here. I've never done this before, but in the spirit of creativity and collaboration, you're gonna view a tree. Now, Clarice, this is her book, Excuse Me While I Live. You can find this on Amazon, and of course, she'll plug it to you. But unfortunately, she's not able to read her poems tonight. You go through things sometimes, so I will be reading the poems, but she will be describing these poems to you, and she's going to start by doing that now.
Hey, thank you, Vlad. Maximum respect to Craig. I'm Amaziyah the Great. Thank you so much. Yes. and thank you for having us here. I'm sorry I can't read on the poster. I felt I had a little chemical incident with my eyes, so it's a little different. It's gonna be okay, but I'm not gonna be able to read it the way that I would have liked to have read it because I can't see the page too well. But I love the way that Vlad speaks, and he's gonna be my partner tonight in sharing my poems with you. And I want you to know that the 3 poems that I chose tonight, I chose especially for the occasion. They were 3 poems in my book that, for one reason or another, put Craig in my mind, reminded me of something that you have either said or the way that you live your life. So these are specifically selected for you and for the occasion. And the very first poem is called Climb. And I dedicate this poem to you tonight in honor of your birthday because you keep climbing, Craig. You keep going. Nothing stops you. You know, the journey continues.
We'll never stop.
Never
Hey.
stop. Never stop. That's how you say it. So, you know, you're always going, and nothing and nobody is going to stop you. And I know that, and everybody in this room knows that. So, Vlad, take it away with Climb.
Climb. When I started my ascent, first climbing 1 rung, then 2, you tossed dirt down on my face, and you thought that I'd be through. But I brushed it off and I kept on, climbing to 3, then 4, and you shook the ground so very hard, thinking I'd brave it no more. But I held on tight and I kept on, climbing to 5, then 6. You blew hot wind down, and I will admit it burned, but I held my grip. I looked ahead, almost there, climbing to 7, then 8, and you stomped with a fury that was so great, so filled to the brim you were with hate. But I did it. I finally did it, reaching to 9 and then 10. So remember our little story and never doubt upon me again.
Yes. The next poem that my partner is going to share is called If I Cease to Seize This Moment. And I love the way that you seize the moments all the time, looking for new opportunities, looking for opportunities to gather people together. So this next poem is also for you.
There's also a video.
Yes, I want to thank Craig for making a video of me performing this poem on the Van Leesten Bridge, and it is on my Facebook page and also on his page. So that was a really great honor. So today we hit this poem for you.
And a quick shout out to Michael Van Leesten, if you know, you know. If I cease to seize this moment, if I cease to seize this moment, I will dwell within lament. I will live with self-chastisement and feelings of regret. If I cease to seize this moment, all the plans inside my mind will begin to minimize and then be left behind. If I cease to seize this moment, then I never will know how the greatness I once sought could have been nurtured and well sown. And if I cease to seize this moment, I will never see the person that I always knew I had the power to be.
Thank you. You gotta go on the road. You gotta do it.
I like this.
I like working with you. Okay, so like W9. And the last poem I dedicate not only to Craig, but to everybody in this room. Because when you put words to paper, when you put thoughts down for everyone to remember, they're there forever. And you touch people's souls, you touch people's minds, you touch people's hearts, as you have seen happening here tonight. So the poetry will remain even after we're all long gone.
Yeah.
And I think that is a miracle. I think that is immortalizing yourself, and I think that is beautiful. So this next poem is to everybody in the room.
Amen. Thank you.
I was once here. When I go away, as we all must do, may I leave a part of me with you? May I leave my words and thoughts behind for you to sometimes keep in mind. May I leave my love upon these pages so that they may span across the ages. Perhaps you'll find wisdom amongst the words or encouragement within a verse. Maybe you'll read them from time to time and tap to the rhythm or sway to the rhyme, or perhaps your soul may need fulfillment and you'll find reading them is time well spent. So I leave my words, my gift right here, these thoughts I've shared that are so sincere, that even when I'm gone for many a year, all will know I was once here. And again, Clarise, Annette, excuse me while I live. You can find this on Amazon, and she will tell you all about it. Please support poetry.
Thank you.
It really was, though.
Yeah, I'm thinking now. Start the whole thought process, Like I said, unemployment for the next 3 weeks. Who knows what me and the notepad will do.
Oh my God, what?
Yeah, no, I quit my job, but everything's fine. I have another one coming. I have some time off. We'll be good. Yeah, that happens when you show up late and miss the whole spiel, I almost cried. I did cry, right?
I mean, I'm a single mom.
It's all vulnerable. So we're gonna keep our features going, and I know Amaziyah is looking at me thinking, "What's your timing?" We're doing great, I promise. Don't be nervous.
Okay.
So on deck we have Bliss. And coming next to the stage we have the one, the only, the Mr. Lasagna, Nelle.
Yo, remember, let me keep
My brother.
I know him.
Tell everybody you're Mr. Movie, not Mr. Lasagna.
Mr. Lasagna, I'm everything that I can.
All right. Mr. Hate Connecticut.
Mr. I hate Connecticut.
For real.
So I got 3 pieces. They're wildly different from each other,
Thank you.
right? I'm gonna end with a funny one, but I'm gonna start with one that's not funny.
You're gonna make us cry.
Do it to him, Nelle.
Yes.
This is my belief. My belief is that poetry, spoken word, speaks to how you feel at a moment.
Right.
At a moment you might be happy, we're laughing. We're right about that, it'll be happy, we'll be laughing. But tonight when you're alone, you might not be. And you're right about that, and it'll reflect that. So my belief is that your poetry should reflect your emotion. It's like a rainbow, right? It's not all yellow, So these 3 will be different. Now I'm gonna start one that's I dedicated to Mental Health Awareness Month.
Thank you, baby. Thank you.
And I want you guys to know, get whatever help you need, whether it be therapy, whether it be medication, whether it be meditation, whether it be self-reflection. You got this. So this first piece is called Control. Control is a quiet crowd waiting on your next words. And I just can't get this idea out of my head that all of this, the open mics, the poetry slams, even this microphone is about control, or the illusion of it. As I wake up after a night of drinking too much, I contemplate rage, quitting my job, and just folding myself up like a pair of jeans and putting myself in that bottom drawer and disappear for the day, because right now, I can't stand the sight of myself. Sometimes it feels like I've fallen in love with my past traumas.
Shit.
I'd rather paint pictures with them than to actually try to heal them. And that person that's been in my corner feels like I'm not in her corner because I'm up here telling you how much I hate myself instead of being with her telling me how much she loves me.
Nigga,
Yeah.
this one.
Is that vulnerability or stupidity? Is that mental illness or artistry? It doesn't matter because it's always been about the one thing I've never had in my life: control. Can I control my anxiety and depression? No, but I can control what rhymes with anxiety and depression. Variety of expression. Sobriety is a blessing. Inside of me is a weapon,
Come on.
but that means nothing. As I speed down this interstate, can I control my road rage? No. So if I flip out on this guy who cut me off, it's because I control this car. I control this spot on this lane. And I might fight you for it.
Hey.
Why? Because control. We march to other people's beat. We fulfill other people's dreams, getting paid on other people's dimes, all while we dream of fulfilling our own destinies.
Yeah.
Control, or the lack of it, and what we're willing to do for the illusion of having it for one night, for one piece, for these 10 minutes, I control everything and then nothing at all. Thank you. So continuing on the mental health awareness and everything that goes on in your mind, one of the most important things is having those people in your life that you can lean on when you're not feeling so great. Because today I might not be feeling great and you might help me. And tomorrow you might not be feeling so good and I can help you. That's the balance of humanity. That's what we do for each other, right? That's actually what we do in the spoken word community, right? It's reciprocation. We give each other peace of ourselves. So this is dedicated to the person that helps you while you deal with that part of yourself. It's called reflections. I used to be afraid to love. I didn't feel worthy. What if you hurt me and validated everything that made me feel so undeserving? I didn't believe that self-love was something that I could feel because I couldn't face myself and do the work I needed to heal. So I was suspicious, like, how could this be for real? And what did you see in me that my reflection seemed to conceal? I used to be afraid to admit that I was afraid to love you and be betrayed of the day you would go astray. So I kept those 3 words hidden away. I love you. It wasn't something that I could say, a feeling I could convey. But today, I wouldn't want to be with anybody but you. And I understand that it's a risk, a leap into the abyss. So I pushed my chips to the center of the table. I love you. And every fable was dismissed and relabeled with a kiss. And I took you into my arms like this and hugged you. Where have you been all my life? And you looked at me and replied, all I had to do was open up my eyes and trust you. I used to be afraid to love. That's why I stayed to myself. How could I love you when I hated myself? When I talked down on and degraded myself, so I looked inward and meditated for the sake of my health. Broken mirrors, before I met you, looked me in the eyes and told me that I was special. So I picked up a shattered piece from the ground. I looked in it and found, in my reflection, was a man with a crown. Before I trusted you, I had to learn to trust me too. I only love you because I learned to love me too.
Yeah.
So everyone has something very light. It's very light, but it's serious to me, man. It's serious to me. It's called Short Kings. Short Kings. What's a short king?
You.
5'7" and under.
Damn, bro. A short king is a guy who lies on his online dating profile about his height. A short king is a guy who doesn't want to stand next to a tall person while we're taking pictures. But a short king is still a king. So this is called short king. Short king. The world is yours. Everybody in the room feels your presence when you walk through that door. So it's time that you adjust your crown and let these tall mother see the gleam when they look down. Because even though you ain't 6 feet tall, you're not 6 feet deep either.
Hey.
And that Napoleon complex just means that you're a great leader.
Hey.
So live, short king. Shine, short king. So those girls online to get with the times, short king. They could look down on you, but they can't see what's on your mind, short king. So let them overlook you. You are one of a kind, short king. You are who you are by design, short king. So don't let it take away from your grind, short king. Reach for the stars through it all, short king. Plus, you're lower to the floor, so it won't hurt if you fall, short king. You are tall, short king, even if you're small, short king. So rise up like Spud Webb and dunk the ball, short king. Matter of fact, let me ask you this one thing. What's a tall peasant to a short king? Many blessings to the height impaired. You only stop growing because God said you're already there. Hey! Short kings. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, a warm round of applause for Nelle now. Short king Vinnie. We also have a very special walk-in right now. We have Lord Remy Graham over here. Very short of So, to keep our night going in great succession, of course, Charlene dropped her drink. It's not that bad. It's not that bad. Okay. Hydrogen peroxide when you get home, though. Seriously.
Yeah, no.
Oh, bro. Coming next, up on deck, we have Louie the Bee. And coming next to the stage, in case you missed it earlier, this young woman coming here to perform poetry with us in the space of graduating high school in 4 days. Right? Coming up in the world, so please give her a round of applause in your ears. Give it up for Bliss.
Hi, everyone. So happy to be here. I just want to say that was so moving and humorous and lovely. So thank you. And yeah, I'm very excited to be here. From my heart to yours. And also, my poems are quite short, so feel free to hold applause, do whatever feels right. One piece says, I showed up broken. I walked through the door with buckets of my pieces. She was talented, but the talent hid on the precipice of grieving. I made art of the glass that the sea gave to me, an entire ocean deeply within me. And now the sun has bleached in gray. Their color has faded, and I walk around carrying buckets of glass, sun-bleached pieces that cut from the past, that no longer serve. So they're back with the earth, back to the ocean, those pieces return. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you for your art. Speaking with her is like speaking directly to a human heart. And it's hard. Living is hard, loving is harder, and letting go is part of it all. I came home and put my empty buckets to the door. But she said, you don't need to be broken anymore. So you love it and release it. That's what the piece says. Made up. I have learned from the stars to leave a little light everywhere I go. That nothing matters except for matter, you know? Like the earth and things that grow, like the placement of things. We are a human race, but it's not a human race. I found my place in pen and pages, giving words to all I face. But nothing even matters except for matter. Energy, movement, water, sun. I am one and I am the one. It's up to me to see possibility, to flourish opportunities. Because nothing matters except for matter, the stuff that we're made of. What we came from, we will become again. The cyclic dance of yes and no, of highs and lows. No plans. Energy, movement, water, sun. Most of all, it's finding love. Slowly what is safe. I'm closer to relief than ever before. I can feel myself losing the heaviness, little moments of safety, tiny touches of joy, soft peace, easy, everything moves me. The air feels lighter in my lungs, sun feels natural on my skin. Welcome home. To this life, I promise that I will take my pain and use it to help people. I promise that I will love until the mountains fall. I promise to be gentle, to forgive it all. I promise to do my best. Every test is a lesson, every lesson is a blessing. I promise to do the things that help me feel less stressed. I promise to live every day like it's my last, to not dwell in the past or fret for the future. I will return with loads of light to show the angels what it's like to be on earth. I'll tell them that the beauty always outweighs all the hurt. How it is. I overheard a conversation about leftover potatoes. It was a woman and an older man. I thought, he's the one when you can say, I think I can use leftovers for dinner. She held 2 books in her hand and we walked peacefully beside her. Find someone to reside with. Not someone who's gone for a day or two, with whom you set restrictions. Find someone who scratches your back when it itches, and with whom your dandelion wishes to be with. Find someone to reside with, to feel alive with, to not have to hide with, who tells you even when you're crying that you'll always be the you who is lovely and inspiring. Because that's not just a mere piece, that's the way it should be. So you can steal the blanket when you're cold. You need some time alone, I'll be the one to hold the space. Tell me how you make this place so bright. Tell me why when I see you, I light up even more. Tell me how you make forever feel like a blink. I'm on the brink of a new discovery. Because this is like a movie, and this is how it should be, and this is how it is. I am simultaneously beautiful and broken. And everything is utterly and perfectly placed. Wow. I like this place. Give. We are all better because of the truth. If you are utterly broken, change your view and give and give and give and give away, because when light reflects, it stays. Tiny steps. I thought, how will I ever heal from this? A voice whispered, gentleness. Look at all you are. I asked the mountains why they were sad. And they said they didn't like looking down on everyone, but same said the sky. And I wondered why they felt the worst and missed the best, reflecting this whole human mess. I get it now that people always focus on their flaws, so I planted wildflowers for the mountains 2 feet tall. Color in the sun. You will feel whole again. like the little you grabbing yellows and blues to color in the sky. Believe in your life. You can rip out the pages of the coloring book if you must, just please recycle them. Nothing is ever wasted. It will be okay. Smoke signals. We are taught somewhere along the way that suffering is a solitary endeavor. We make islands of our pain, but now I am ready. But only does not mean lonely. Now I'm sending up the flares. As many times as it takes. I am good, 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 I am good. My heart is in the right place. On this last one, is a bit longer. Just pull me off the stage. Soft love. I want a soft love. A love that smooths out all the hard edges, the matte finish. Love like a sunset when the clouds are purple and the sky is pink. Love like a park bench from old wood. Love like lotion beside the sink, and the feeling of bed after a day too long. An open arms kind of love. And I picked these flowers in my walk kind of love. A simple, thoughtful love. Here, I found a rock shaped like a heart for you. I missed you. How are you feeling? I want to bake a blueberry pie just to offer you the biggest slice kind of love. Little illustrations with little details because the details mean everything. But you know I love tiny seashells and the way light touches things. My favorite songs. Oh, you know I don't like to be late. Remember to drink plenty of water and take deep breaths kind of love. I cannot have a hug in the middle of the day just because kind of love. A best friend. Laughter that heals me, a reciprocal energy recharge. Hugs because you're the best and because reasons don't matter. Touch because we can, my favorite roadmap is your hand. I'm starting to rhyme now, but I promise that wasn't on purpose. Beauty speaks for itself. A raw kind of love. When you cry, all I want to do is take your tears and make them mine, or at least just wipe them from your eyes so you don't have to. We've been through so much. Longevity kind of love, and I can't wait to pursue this life with you kind of love. I never knew it was possible. I didn't think loving was safe. It was something for teenagers who have the patience for people to get in their way. And how could someone be okay with giving their time away with that? Until I met you. You are what I needed to see. You reminded me of the softness that I desperately needed. And I'm here. And we do it together. I want a love like this, but somehow it just keeps getting better. Thank you.
Please give it up for Bliss. And clapping the heart because he's graduating in 4 days. Heading into the real world with a healthy set of bars. Look at you. No, seriously, you're like the Tommy gun of poetry. It was rapid fire, but I loved every part of it. And you are a lucky man, my friend. She's fantastic. That's all I'll say. We're gonna keep our night rolling. Coming on deck, we have Rudy. And coming next to the stage, you might have seen him doing some type of video production, leading a class, doing poetry in a cafe, out at a bar, having a good time, laughing until his belly hurts. But you can also catch him and his organization, TDN, tomorrow night at Crib for Poetry Night at Crib. Please give it up for a wonderful friend of mine, a talented poet, and just an all-around great time, Louie the B. But before we give it up for Louie the B, I'm so sorry, our host he can't help it. He has to be on the mic at his own night. Craig has an interlude before we get to Louie's set. This is Honey Before the Honey. Is it calling up? Are you good? Okay. Okay. No, Kirk King.
It's okay. I'm just gonna say this really quick. Please, just one more minute, please. Just for a few seconds. So I have to call her back up on stage. I want her to, announce where can you find her, because Bliss is not just a poet. She's also an author. She's an artist. She plays musical instruments. She has an album out. So Bliss, come tell me that you get your books. Where you can find the music.
Thank you. Yes, I am a published author and musician. It's so amazing to be able to say that. So I'm so happy to be able to share that part of myself. But you can find my music on anywhere, Spotify, Apple Music. It's just Bliss, BLISS. I'm mostly active on Instagram. I'm trying to do the whole Threads thing, but I don't know about that yet. So mostly just Instagram, which is just Bliss_and_this. There's everything there: poetry, music, painting, pottery, all of it. So thank you.
We love a good plug. We love a good plug. So please, artists, when you come up here, please plug yourself. Or if not, make sure you make a conversation with someone afterwards and say, hey, I just performed. What's your name? Because we want to know who you are, and we want to see you, and we want to find all you wonderful work again. But I'll stop rambling. Okay, like I was getting to before Jamaican interrupted me. We are getting to our next feature. On deck, again, is Rudy Roo! And coming next to the stage, we have co-creator on TDM, educator, all-around vibe, and you can find him buzzing all around Providence. It's Louie the Bee. This way is my drink.
Don't lose a drink.
Never that.
Before I even go on, can we please everyone make some noise for Amaziyah?
Yeah!
Taurus season is strong and in full effect. Although we're in Gemini season now, but
May is a wonderful month altogether. Taurus, Gemini, it's all good.
I was May 15th. I've been celebrating all month.
That's right.
Celebrating into June, honestly. But a lot of my sets are about love. I walked in here with a whole different set, and I just changed my mind completely. So here we are. I have something on my heart, and I want to give it to y'all if y'all want to receive that.
Yes, please. Yes.
So this first one's a little more lighthearted. I love my son. I have a beautiful 4.5-year-old. At the time I wrote this, he was 3. This is called Love is Chicken. Love is chicken, according to my 3-year-old. It could be right. Love can be foul if you call the wrong flock your way. Kind of puts a new spin on what came first, the chicken or the egg. What is love's embryo anyway? Today, he called me a chicken wing. Repeatedly. And he laughed louder and louder each time he said it. It must be a compliment then, right? Or chickens crossing the road between us, lost in translation. If Gen Z is any indication, Generation Alpha will save the world. Because something as abstract as love can be chicken. So hope can be storm chasing, and progress can be bumper cars. Emotions can be scrambled eggs. As long as the world doesn't eat him alive.
That's right.
As long as I can buy him a few more years with a bunch of SPF 5 million hugs to keep global warming from frying his wings. I guess in a way, love really is chicken. Thank you. That kid wants my heart. I'll also mention him in this next poem, but what's really on my heart is my father, who passed away a few summers ago. So I want to just, give y'all a taste of, him, a taste of myself, a taste of my son. Just that whole lineage is thrown in here. And I interweave it kind of decently, I think. It's called Lightsaber. I don't perform any of these poems much, so forgive me if I stumble a little bit. Lightsaber. No, not lightsaber. Maybe if midichlorians were real, I'd still feel my father, but lightsaber, like maybe if he saw his sunshine in person more, we'd raise hell together and turn pockets of sunshine into wardrobes of heaven. Lightsaber, like the doctors cloaked in coats made of angel wings, trying to unblock the darkness in his arteries and pull a light pulse out of a rabbit hole of his chest. Lightsaber, like the sun playing catch with the moon. Like maybe if we were able to have a ball together, he would have gotten his bits on a few more years of life. Lightsaber like bank accounts floating higher than Icarus. There is no trust fund heavy enough to outweigh the pit of regret from not spending as much time together as possible. Lightsaber like Night of the Living Dead. You can't become a zombie if you're a pile of ashes. Lightsaber like make the fire that cremated him was always a couple light years closer than any burning passion my voice could carry through the phone. Lightsaber like no tunnel could collapse on us. Lightsaber like Rey Skywalker getting her lightsaber. Like Luke Skywalker getting his lightsaber. Like heartbroken Jedi Master Obi-Wan Kenobi taking his heartbroken Padawan Anakin Skywalker's lightsaber. Like a galaxy far, far away where maybe now my father is resting. We're closer to his death than we were 5 years before it. Lightsaber, like instead of taking the trip to find him, I let him find me in the form of a bee buzzing at me before a performance. He's saying I'm still his sweet little boy. In the form of a spark of inspiration to melt words together to feed my family. He's saying I'm still his hardworking man. In the form of a warm sunset that's a different shade of orange and yellow than usual, he's inviting me in and saying we can still be friends if I let him. Lightsaber, like letting him live through me and letting my son know me. So it's like he or hugging him every time I hold him close. Lightsaber, like there will never be light years between my son and I. Lightsaber, like seeing my father in every twinkle of my son's eye and putting them aside for safekeeping. Lightsaber, like adding tinder to the passion in my son's voice and sneaking in a little fire if he asks for help, then refuses it anyway, because boys will be boys. Lightsaber, like maybe having a ball with my son will let me get my mitts around a few more years of life and keep the tunnels in my arteries from collapsing and make my wings less anxious so I stay down to earth. And the furthest I go is the light around the moon. And I can use the light I saved all these years to invent midi-chlorians and show my dad magic tricks. And the real magic is actually getting to watch my son become my son, because I'll be his Mercury and revolve around him until the day I become his light at the bottom of a rabbit hole. And we'll be done raising hell together. And we'll let doctors borrow our wardrobes of heaven so they can keep finding light potions in a world of darkness. And my son and I can proudly say, look at all the light we saved just by spending time together. Thank you.
Woo! Well then.
Like I said, I write about love, and when it's love so deep, sometimes things just come out of you. So this last poem that I'll share with y'all, it's called Hypertension. Thank y'all for accepting my vulnerability. Thank y'all for just being here. Y'all are amazing. So again, this one's called Hypertension. And it goes like this. My father was an artisan, a craftsman, a plumber, a man with calluses on his hands, a problem solver. The weight of his passing was larger than I could imagine, as if his pipes bursted and flooded the island's basement, calling birds to rest and talk by the shore, turning palm trees inward to him as they put their leaves in the water and felt the current flow through their fingers to the sand. I'm still wiping the sand off my black suit, leaving a couple grains in the pockets, because I can't help but think that once we release his ashes, that sand is all I have left of him. I felt out of place there. Look at all this love, all these people I barely remember, all these people I didn't know, all these people. But they knew the man that fixed their pipes, the roof above their heads, the problems that needed solving knew him, maybe even better than I did. They definitely felt the calluses on his hands more than I did, and felt the pressure of his love. At least I hear his voice every day, so I know I've heard it more than they have, and felt the pressure of his love. I am the waking waves of the pressure of his love. I hope to him I was love, not just the problem he wanted to solve. His problems wiped their sweat on my shoes as if to say, I love you and I'm proud of you. Because in this family, actions are love. And I did not take it upon myself to pick up the family business. I hope that was not a problem. I hope I was not one of the reasons his blood would push so hard against his veins. One of the reasons his blood wanted to burst the pipes of this mansion of a man that people opened their doors to. Like he opened his doors to this vampire inside him disguised as a plumber. Maybe he couldn't see them because he felt like he was his own biggest problem. And when you see the world as a mirror of your issues, entire villages of vampires can walk right past you. Monsters moving in silence, these monsters I didn't know these monsters. I have to constantly remind my son that I'm here to protect him. I don't know if it's because he's forgetful like his father, or because he only sees me as love. And he doesn't know yet that love is action, and I cannot be held responsible for my actions if a monster knocks on our door and decides that we're the ones to play with.
Come on.
Maybe it takes him a minute to remember because I always look like a palm tree leaning towards him as birds circle around my head, dizzy from how much my love for him has me bursting at the seams, knowing damn well that whenever my pipes burst, that he may not even feel half as much for me as the stranger felt for my father, the artisan, the man with calluses on his hands, the unforgettable laughter at their dinner tables, the problem solver that tried to keep the island's basement from flooding, the love I tap into every day that makes my tears feel worthless. Thank you. If you like what you heard, there's more at wherewordsplay.com. Easiest way to find me, all my socials are on there. Again, wherewordsplay.com. Thank you so much. Hope you enjoyed reading.
All right, give it up again for Louie the Bee. Yes, there's some feel that, love it. Big shout out to our streamers tonight. We have Mel and Sapphire who have been commenting all night. We see you. We have a comment that says we love our short kings. I'm gonna do a little maintenance right now. My lovely girlfriend is sitting in the back of the room, and I give her a drink because I see her sitting there. Her hands are empty. I'm gonna hand this to her right now. Sorry.
Vlad is the way. Big respect to the person said, respect to the tall king.
Yeah. He's over 6 foot. What are you gonna do? You can't really reach him, so you just gotta let him be. All right. Coming to the stage, fresh out of Providence. You've seen him at Trinity Rep. You've seen him at Mixed Magic. You've seen him at Crib, Revival, Troop, Afroverse. You've seen him on the street. This man will perform anywhere, everywhere, and delight you each and every time. Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, please give it up for Rudy! All right, what's your height, sir? How you doing? Because I've been adjusting this all night.
Is the audio coming from the microphone or no?
Yes.
Yeah.
It is? Okay.
Ready? Tell you lefty Lucy, as they say. Derecha. All righty. I know y'all gonna know this. Can I kick it? Yes, yeah. Kick it? Yes, you can. Kick it? Yes, you can. Where I'm born. My government name is Rudy, but I'm nicknamed Rudacious because I'm so audacious. In 4 hitting stages, I went through many of life's phases, from deep self-hatred to cloud-9 dream chasing, practicing freedom of mind and patience. I stayed calm and cool when life gets tough to manage. I am a poet, meaning product of everyone's talent. From an unbiased standpoint, I study myself, because if you can't keep it real with yourself, how can you keep it real with anyone else? So after some self-reflecting, this is what I see. I'm a part-time spoken word MC
MC, but a full-time fan. Walking with the style of a wise old man at the same time, still keeping my inner child alive. Always sober, so liquor never enters my blood. I only drink laughter and get drunk off love. An intellectual who gets annoyed by snobs. I believe awesome is the greatest word ever, and I call birthmarks tattoos from God. Dance aren't my specialty, but I got a mean two-step instead. I write poetry with skills so gangster, notebooks catch felonies. Pages filled with STDs. I write syphilis. I'm so sick of this, and you'll never eloquence, a heart of gold. You can say I have a treasure chest. My autobiography will be a comic book because I feel like Superman with a pen. But sometimes reality becomes kryptonite. The hardest obstacle resides in my reflection. Depression once had my soul in recession. But learning, oh shit. My soul in a recession, but my value became higher than 3 economies once I learned to love the fact I once didn't love myself. Because never feeling content can be a good thing. It'll keep me searching for the next, searching for the best, turning lack of self-worth into church. So now I say there's no point to being alive if you're not going to live. So I let my thoughts run, dribbling the sun, busting and one moves, alley-ooping backboards of consciousness, slam dunking the hoops of your soul, just to bring light back in your heart when everything seems dark. Hi, my name is Rudy. Welcome.
Hey, that boy good. That boy good.
That was definitely an old moment just now. And I had another old moment over there. I was applauding for somebody and I got like a pain in my chest. Yo, did I get a picture over my shoulder applauding somebody?
You ain't old, you seasoned. Stop it.
That's old. You pay shoulder pain over applauding? That's old. But I appreciate you. This is a throwback. I'm
Talking about old.
Exactly. That's why. You following the train of thought? My baggy jeans once represented to me higher levels of mental capability, past the physical. My big clothes left more space to grow, reaching goals seeming impossible. I'm equipped with killer priest heavy mentals. New knowledge, adrenaline, never settled in lower levels. Mother said my imagination is special, even at an early age. Immaturity stopped, imagination stayed. Still fantasizing of flying to outer space, tasting double-stuffed Oreos dipped in the Milky Way. Soaring past the clouds, Orion's belt kept my pants from falling down, shouting cowabunga while surfing on rain waves.
Yeah, baby.
But I'm not insane, just beyond Earth on another plane. A flying mind state is only embraced once you strive for something better instead of settling for the same. Slavery, illusions, poverty is the chain. Deception, method, misconceptions has us thinking self-expression is gay. Claiming emotions are a female's only trait. Valuing egotistical images and how much money we make locking up true feelings. No wonder it's called the rib cage. We sit, complain, never make a change. How much sense does that make? Settling for senseless living is asking for pain. If your path is leading towards failure, switch lanes. Make your number one priority having a smile on your face. Seek beauty in every single thing. Beauty is everywhere, even when it's not there. Ugliness exists to show what true beauty is. But don't listen to the lies. I speak from experience. I was dealt cards saying futures from the hood don't exist. Our community has half of our young kids doing life bids, selling dope to dope fiends, itching from a fix, laying decaying 6 feet deep in a ditch, slaying and disagreements are turning to murders quick. So I turn poverty to poetry. Every time I spit, using rhythmic rhetoric of riotous righteousness. On the corner hustling, but knowledge is my product. This hustle, you can't knock it. I cop it from my connect. Life and college, investing in love, letting my soul get the profit, flipping an ounce of negativity to a kilo of positivity, cooking up wisdom, selling all my people prosperity. Life in this world is constantly full of casualties. So I turn losses to motivation. Optimism is my therapy. So the next time you wonder why my jeans were so big, understand. Every time I had put them on, I thought of all this. Bigger pants, bigger pockets, to fit more things like the mental notes I write to find happiness. In this world where love is close to extinct, my big pants were past. Just a fad to me, it had a deeper meaning, to keep a sky full of sunshine in the pocket of my baggy jeans. Let's end off on a positive note. I got inspired by the very last second to do this piece. Well, I'm a people with good dental insurance. There you go. Because all them nice curly whites y'all just showed me, I want y'all to smile. But not just smile, right? I want you to smile like a kid in a candy store, living in a world with no diabetes and your parents just gave you an allowance. Smile. Like the coolest kid in school is having the greatest private party ever and your invitation was personally delivered to your doorstep. Smile. Like passing your middle school crush a note asking, do you like me? And she checked off, yes, instead of always writing me. Smile like the shoes you finally saved up for are on sale and you got enough money to buy a matching shirt. Smile like it's your day off from work at a job you hate and your best friend calls with front row tickets to see your favorite comedian. Smile like everyone forgot your birthday, but the person you love the most gave you the perfect gift. Smile like you just got your braces taken off or your teeth are a part of your favorite outfit. Smile until it becomes an incurable disease, leaving you to never hurt again. Smile like you barely studied for your final exam because your band had a gig opening up for your musical idol, but you woke up the next day and still aced it. Smile like you just made that championship game-winning three-point shot right at the buzzer. Smile like you're holding divorce papers.
That's right.
Reminiscing when you first got married. And right before you start to cry, smile like Tina Turner when she finally left Ike. Smile. Like God is auctioning off eternal happiness and no one matched your price. Smile like the worry your parents are homophobic, but you came out the closet and all they gave you was love. Smile like you're watching a sold-out arena sing every lyric word for word to a song you wrote. Smile like it reverses death and can get you one more hug from the person you miss the most. Smile. As a salute for those living in poverty and genocide, who have less of the reason but still find the courage to smile.
Come on.
Like a revolutionary, so liberation pours out of your tenderness. Smile.
What's the big deal about Rudy?
Before we get to our final act, which is the face you've been seeing for the last 3.5 weeks with his excellent marketing plan, this man makes more reels than real life. Okay? It's crazy. I strive to be the NBC that he is. Literally. I just want to give a shout out to all of our features that came tonight and blazed the stage. Everyone that came on open mic and also blazed the stage. And of course, our lovely audience who keeps it real all night long, engaging, smiling, crying, feeling, connecting. Don't forget this moment. Don't forget this night. This is in the middle of a weekday, and you're gonna make it to Friday off the strength of this night alone. All right? But with no further ado,
All right, stop.
we're gonna enter the stratosphere right now in terms of height. How tall are you officially, Craig? What's the number? 6'1"? 6'4". Oh, okay. You're gonna have to look at him later and be like, I was just kidding. That's crazy.
So Vlad,
Yes, sir.
for the Eventbrite ticket
Oh, you
not
want to
check.
give away now?
Yes.
Okay. The giveaway, by the way. Surprise.
So the persons who
The person who
not bought, but
Not
'cause
bought.
it was free.
The person
Who got tickets from
purchased an
Eventbrite?
ticket,
You got that?
who registered, entered your first and last name, our lovely Vanna White of the night has been giving you a little ticket.
I gave
So-
tickets. Has anybody here that registered a ticket on Eventbrite that didn't get one of these?
Is there anyone here that got the Eventbrite that did not get a ticket?
No, but I'm pretty sure she left.
That's okay.
Give him the ticket.
No, he's got the ticket.
He's the proxy.
Okay. So anyone
This
else?
ticket, I remember you with the.
Anyone else?
Did you?
Anybody else raise your hand if you did the ticket online?
Did? All right. That's fine. Anybody else?
There's one. Now we need to fill in the blanks. Craig, I got this.
We got this. We got this.
If
Okay.
you can guess the letter of the city that this fine specimen was born in the country of Jamaica, can I get a guess? What letter begins the city that Craig was born in, or where he's from in Jamaica? Can I get a guess, please? Do I hear an A? Do I hear a B? Do I hear something? Please say something. You have a C. Wrong. Next. We got, oh, we got an S.
Yes. Okay.
We got an S.
All right. So for the next race, so that's for. I'm gonna give away the shirt for that. So Lori,
Yeah.
we're gonna do like a raffle for the next 3 gifts.
Do you have like the little thing?
Just cause.
Pick one.
No, I wouldn't pick.
Well,
Just-
first, let's give her the giveaway, because she said S.
Yeah. Oh, I'm gonna give you.
Wait, are you Jamaican?
I'm not.
Oh, is anyone Jamaican in the house?
I'm still gonna give her. Doesn't matter. But let's do the raffle. Let's do the raffle.
Okay.
So I need somebody to come pick. You pick who you wanna pick. I can pick her on the number.
Call it number.
So, keep this coupon if your number is 8905004 in Espanol. 89005. All right, we got another winner. She's wearing yellow. Can you bring one gift to this?
Yeah.
Lovely woman here. And please, to the lovely lady that gets the she gets one too.
It's
Absolutely.
Jamaican t-shirt.
It's a Jamaican t-shirt. All right. It does have marijuana on it, but it's Schedule 3. You should be fine. Our second ticket of the night, folks. We have 8900501 en español. 8905051. Everyone looked at her like she had the ticket, but she was just going. Everyone looked at her like, yeah, you won. And she was just, Suleimen! Congrats. You do an amazing opportunity, you get a little gift, get you back.
So hold on a second. Hold on, honey. Let me just say this. Because no, I don't want to give it to you. Do you drive? So I can't give you the gift. And you already have one of the books. So I will write you a small change on a check. That's my gift. But so we're going to continue. Yeah.
I mean, like, he's like 17, hit his cash app.
Cash
Wait,
out.
that's
Okay,
it.
Hit his cash app. I don't know what in the late 1990s. I'm gonna get you a check. Money over there, if you will.
Let's drive to.
Okay.
You know what? We have that in common, Solomon, because my significant other will also be driving tonight. Shout out to Passenger Princess. And last but not least, we have our final ticket of the night, which this bag is going to. Can you do like a drum roll for me, please? You're tall enough. Come on, Craig. Don't be like that. 890-506 en español. 890-506. Is that you, Blaze? Over here, Calvin behind model? All right. And now, the time is near we're coming to what you all came for. The birthday boy, the sensation, the energy, the vibe, the representative of Jamaica. We have Amaziyah the Great, who of course couldn't resist blessing you with his words. Please give it up for Craig Kirkland, the Force, Amaziyah the Great.
Once again, maximum love and respect. I really do appreciate every individual come out to this event tonight. So I'm gonna take you on a journey. So my book is called Don't Cry. It's available on Amazon, and the poems I'm gonna drop tonight is from the book. I dedicate this book to my parents and my kids. And the first poem I'm gonna do, it's called Off to America. Mother, why did you send me off to America? The question I asked. Her reply was, child, you are talented to find a new start. She never liked to get a life and she want me to get a better life. Jamaica crime rate escalate every day, death arise. Make a choice, migrate and get a wife. My little uncle borrowed for some money, he said, see, I'm gonna set it right. Make everybody nice. Michelle bought me my ticket, the next day me get a flight. Why did you send me off to America at a time so cold? I've come to realize all the glitter isn't gold. Not everybody kind as I encountered harsh times. Tears streamed down my face as I write these lines in these poems. Me love me people them bother, me see my kids smile. Progression on the mind, the Rocky Mountains I still climb. Give God thanks for life, precisely I'm still fine. But I miss Jamaica badly, the warm Caribbean sunshine. It's not like we can't survive in the US, enough opportunities here, but I will not be fooled, racism still here, plus people dying everywhere. We miss my good old Jamaican foods, GMO, waste of time, traveling state to state, great, but I'm in the right state of mind, me can't meditate great if I have a space of mind. So I read words of wisdom, so nonsense to penetrate my mind. Why am I gonna send me off to America where more problem evolve? This woman pretending to be authentic, me find out that she's a real fraud. She claims that me not do what she want, me can't get the green card, so me tell her I'm not do it, and she start calling me retard. I will not stoop low, and at this moment for now, any minute now look back for me reach a yard. Why did they send me off to America? The journey continues, will never stop. The next one is called The Fight. Nothing else. In this mind of mine, I took time to find more time to be fine, as my thoughts incline and climb and I, Vlad, I refuse to let even drain energy from I. Tracy, monsters are creeping, thinking I'm sleeping, I'm fully awake, 4 decades bleeding. Fighting while smiling, even while I'm weeping, the journey continues, even while I'm bleeding. You'll never make it. I ignore their speaking. Their fiction is sickly and misleading. Persuasion, invasions, beasts and zombies trying to control me but can't understand me. Be silent. Fight without violence. Spoken words subdue you like a hostage siren. I am your children's children. History assignment. Writing myself in the future with provoking highlights to capture your eyesight. I need you to understand me. It's pointless to try and ban me. I'm fueling the world with words like bright lights. I write what I like, whether or not they like it's my choice. I'm greater than you thought, tell them precisely. The fight continues, there are many others just like me. Thank you very much. And as my kids and other persons watch from TikTok, YouTube, I say maximum respect goes out to the kids because they are the future. And this is why I, collaborated with Pocket Poetry and bring forward 2 of our very own, Suleimen and Bliss. Thanks so very much for encouraging us to continue. I want my children to know me as one that is great. Education is essential, time mustn't waste. With the power of knowledge, there's no limit to what you can create. You'll encounter hurdles in life, even frightening earthquakes, but never stop, aim higher and escalate. I also stumbled and fell on my journey, yeah, I made mistakes, still I elevate and stay awake. Fueling my mind with positive energy while I vibe and meditate. I pay close attention to nature and sounds birds make. People's business when I discussing, mix up and partake. My art takes I can't take. Liars and pretenders all fake. And it's why I separate myself from illusion. Confusion will never penetrate the core of my mind. I smile, I embrace greatness, fearless among all human race. And notice this face, when I lit trace, I will never disgrace my people for position. Morocco empower in this case. But it's somewhat complicated when the world is in a sick state. Love, politics, and religion are folks in a trick state. Miseducation, misinformation, misunderstandings, mistakes. The reason for your failures arise and surprise them with a bliss fierce. Yeah. The next one I'm gonna drop, it's called Sick. I am sick, it's no jokes, pay attention closely. I'm sick and lonely with no one to hold me. Boldly she told me I was her one and only. I'm sick of her lies because she is in bed with Anthony. I'm sick of fake friends who never promote me. I'm sick of being talented and even my family doubts me. I'm sick of the stuff radio stations play mostly. If it wasn't for Pawtucket poetry, it's Sara and all you poetry events, some of you people that never hear about me. I'm sick in a cold, dark world. Sick without my life now seems to sparkle. Sick of crying tears, no one to talk to. When Johnny hears me grumbling in the bathroom and asks, Daddy, who are you to argue? I'm just sick of being broke, son, and can't even do what I want. I'm sick of fake foods and fake medication. I'm sick of fake news, fake information. Some sick and confused, fake education. Amaziyah the great views. Louie, we're living among a sick generation. Yeah. I'm going to do a very sad one. It's called the bitterness. I would say no to domestic violence, no to domestic abuse. Like a toddler crying for mom's breast milk, I saw tears race on her bony face. She was pensive and motionless, like she was lost in space. She then broke the silence, screaming out, I'm such a big disgrace. I quickly interjected on you what's wrong, and she yelled, get the hell out of my space. All you men are just the same. Cheat, lies, you won't take love for a game. I hate men forever. I should have killed Trevor. Yeah, put a bullet in his brain. And whoa, I take this too far. Now are you drunk or insane? Crane, you're not gonna understand me. You can't feel my pain. I was raped when I was 9. It really shattered my mind. A decade after, I tried to move on to get myself back in line. I thought Tom was the best thing until he slept with my sister. So I had sex with his best friend. And what's up in the flipping picture of my life? I've been hurt. Need to start attending church. Searching for comfort, but life grew worse. A few months after, she was impregnated by a comforting pastor, threatened to do an abortion on her, so life would be a disaster. I tried to convince her, telling her she's still precious and worth more than diamonds and gold. She said she still hates men. Her heart is no cold. I offered a hug. She squeezed me tightly, saying, thank you, Mr. Kirkland, for attempting to make me feel lively. But how will I live with the fact of knowing that I'm infected with HIV, the bitterness, sad reality? Next one I'm gonna drop real quick, it's called Pam. Pam was sad and salty because Roy always made her cry. He was too busy being a boisterous bully, plus a sour, selfish guy. She was somewhat bewildered as tears rained from her weeping eyes. Her relationship wasn't smooth sailing, so she told him goodbye. He yelled, hell, if you ever leave, then you're gonna die. I'm the one who made you and I'll break you, so go on if you want to try. The nosy neighbor from next door shouted, somebody call police. She was by her usual spot on the zinc fence where she peeked. Mary was too busy taking a selfie to share a Facebook post. Suddenly start recording and virally shared it most. The preaching pastor came praying, but counsel never worked. Pam ran away the following day when Roy was out for work. She later found Dick, who gave her firm attention. She enjoyed having sex, but oops, no protection. A few months later, she was pregnant. Now baby father was around. Her mind went Googling, but Dick was never found. Vinnie shortly took her up and offered for her to be his bride. She was more than delighted and promised never to leave his side. He thought he was the baby's father. Happiness displayed evident in his eyes. Billy fell silly when he found out it wasn't so and led to commit suicide. Pam never had good education. She sold back juice to make ends meet. Few months after she gave birth, she was selling her body on the streets. Life journey got intricate. She prayed and said, oh God, I can't take no more. A year after she bought a car, some people call her whore. She left to further her education because she knew she wanted to soar. Now can you guess and tell me who is that janitor at her cell phone clothing store? So you see, a lot of times some females say that they look happy on the streets, they be going through harsh and bitter moments and you would not know. So, you know, it's quite sad how, you know, some men think that they can take control of a woman. I'm not sure you'll be okay, ladies, whatever situation you're going through, whether you're here in this room or you're here on social media watching, you'll be okay. Feel free to put your shoes on, get the groove on and move on. Don't make the boy treat you like some old dog. No way. Ladies, you are remarkable. You are strong. You're one of God's greatest gifts. Follow him and you'll never go wrong. Ladies, you are smart. You are noble. Take heed ears that these words I told you. You see, the skies were overcast and then torrential rain for days. Throughout your darkest moments, you experienced pain for days. Cold and bitter, angry and confused, but be cautious with your steps before you make the wrong moves. And if you're feeling a bit empty right now, somewhat unsatisfied, fret not, for God had already sent an angel to be your travel guide. You'll be okay, okay? Just know that God is real. After you overcome the sophisticated faith, you'll be the strongest you ever feel. Ladies, you are remarkable. You are sweet. Trample all the hypocrites beneath your feet. Be patient and pray more. You will be okay. Forget about them who will not believe in you. You got no time to play. You all are fighters, survivors who resist the quit. Ladies, you are loved. You are goddesses. You all deserve lifetime happiness.
You have 1 minute. I'm just kidding.
I'm gonna do nothing wrong with that, Vlad. I'm gonna do nothing wrong. There's absolutely nothing wrong in you asking the wrong question. So what makes it correct is when you've been provided with the right answers. Nothing wrong in you making mistakes. In this case, what makes it great is when you learn from your errors and you elevate. Penetrate and meditate on the great things you desire to achieve in life. Separate yourself from people who want to see you thrive. Realize life is no bed of roses or on a smooth pathway. There are hurdles to overcome. There are bitterness and harsh days. There will be moments of sadness and grief, and there will be moments of happiness and you feel like you want to laugh all day. During your first heartbreak, you probably yelled at yourself in the mirror, I can't take this no more. No joking. Perhaps you've been smoking or consuming alcoholic substances like you've never done before. It's like the entire world keeps crumbling. While you're grumbling, why have you done this to me? Nothing wrong in crying, expressing your emotions. No need for fightings or commotions. We were educated poorly about love. Ignorance is like an addiction that will mess you up like drugs. What makes it wrong is when you allow your negative thoughts to become your actions. So think first and allow time to heal you. Nothing wrong in giving spaces or letting go if it not work out to be the best. Think about it, probably that will cause the stress. Nothing wrong in you seeking advice or counseling when you really need help. Someone really love you. Don't continue to blame yourself. And after you overcome the dark phase, you'll be the stronger version of self. And you will learn to love and appreciate your own existence. In life, we encounter challenges, tackle something new. Nothing wrong in taking risks as entrepreneurs do. If no one believes in what you're passionate about, at least you believe in you. And that's where it all started, for your dreams to come true. Rudy, nothing wrong if you fail at first. It's all a part of the game. I'm not saying we are the worst. As long as you don't give up, try harder again. We will prevail. With persistence, my friends, winning is a must. I am Amaziyah the Great. In God, I put my trust.
I was just messing with you. It's your event. You can do whatever you want.
I'm gonna do two more, but before I drop them two, I see Charlene in the building. If you want to drop some, you can come and do one. If you want. You can just do a quick one, real quick.
Oh, I'm here to support you.
Okay, no problem. No problem. All right.
I have something to read.
Maximum respect. Talking about Max.
I have a resignation letter to read.
And what is that about me?
No,
Okay.
It's like a celebration, you know. It's like, you know, overcoming the thumb of corporate America, which oppresses you and doesn't value you for who you are and puts you in bad positions to succeed, and then gaslights you to think that you're doing something wrong when they didn't give you sufficient training in the first place. I mean, it's not. It's not
The one thing I can say, Vlad, the journey continues and we never stop.
Heard that.
You need some help, y'all.
The next one I'm gonna do is called respect.
So that's what I got.
You're saying both got brownies in London and some saying seller. Elaine Thompson lost the race, will he put negative remarks? Yellow. What do you expect? Sure respect our history was created. America bowed down to a legend, honor, greatly appreciated. Not just locally, but globally, Jamaicans did. Keep a negative remarks to yourself, don't even get close up with it. Be proud of who you are. I am the great one. To all our athletes and icons, I say congratulations. You see, the problem I encountered every day with my own race, but mine and envy smiling at my own face. Sneakingly creeping, the one to take my own space. Mankind so unkind, ignorance, brown face. Love has gone below 0 degree, frozen cold state. I'm pensive in my thoughts, my troubling zone space. My girlfriend won't even flex with me, vex with me, says she want time alone space. I try to get her attention, focus on her phone face. Nowadays, we can't even relate, but display more hate. Anger escalates, too much alarming crime rates. And more slowly deteriorates, and that concerns me. What kind of society gonna exist in about 2030? Social media is like cancer feeding on your souls, implemented to prevent you from achieving on your goals. Illusion and confusion make you losing what you own. Don't lose yourself, be yourself. Remember, you're not alone. So, Wagwan, can I get some love now? Oh, sorry, I guess you love your phones. Most of us don't understand how essential life is. We still don't understand to know what time really is. If only you understood how powerful your mind is, perhaps you'd comprehend how nonsensical life is. Marcus Garvey say unite, so why we separate? Why we still a fight? Why so many hate? Can religion and politicians make our people elevate? Like Marley, I'm saying one love. Them are tired to see me face. Maximum respect, Orange life in the building. Big respect. So, I'm gonna do Legends leaving us and then
Overtime now, baby.
overtime. I'm gonna do the final one now, yeah.
Oh,
Legends leaving us. I'm gonna do the last one.
Alright, bet.
Host. Last September when I looked was the passing of reggae legend Toots. And shortly after that, Daddy U-Ride passed, R.I.P. and an icon embedded in our hearts. Yesterday after I got the news, reggae icon Bunny Wailer died today, I'm not in a happy mood. Miss Lou Bob Andy inspired many, Michael Sharp, me general, loved by many. Tracy, my left Jamaica, come overseas, Kobe and DMX gone. Legends are leaving us, we're really a one. Bob Marley, Garnet Silk, and Dennis Brown. Honestly, I still wish you were around because some treat the business like a circus. Too much clowns. Globally, loved ones are grieving, feeling hurt even while I'm speaking. Some weeping legends are leaving Earth. Powerful black men were put to death. Call it whatever you want, this is a total mess. If it's not sickness, it's murder. Go on, feel free to check. I'm not cold, I speak bold until my last breath. I don't even remember though.
That's a good
Maximum respect, I'm gonna close it out here.
Mr.
Still think-
Archive's grandma.
So, since we're on overtime, I'm gonna close it off here now. So, thank you all very much. Maximum respect for showing up, everyone. Much love, and look out for us doing more great events again. Patoket Poetry, Amaziyah the Great, Vlad, Afroverse, Orange Live, everybody. Maximum love and respect. Give thanks. Thanks to the people on social media, the TikTok, the YouTube, LinkedIn, all over. Vlad, come take it away without no delay.
And that, ladies and gentlemen, is what you call a classic property poetry band, where you heard great poetry, you saw great expression, you felt a lot of things, and you met really dope people in this room. So, I know we're right at 9 o'clock, but like I gently suggested to Craig earlier, this is a space for people of color, so we can go a little bit over the 9 o'clock. I'm gonna put Blank Compadres back on. We're gonna cut the stream because that's all they were promised was 9 o'clock. Otherwise, you should have been here.
The lady in charge is.
Oh, we're done.
Yeah.
You try.
I tried. But I mean, like,
You gonna sing happy birthday to Fred?
we're gonna sing happy birthday to Craig, but then also after this, I mean, personally, I don't want the night to end. If you're okay with it, I think we should all go nearby, maybe like a bar. something if people are open to it. But before we go, we're gonna start on the count of 3. 1, 2.
Huh?
No.
I was gonna do
Happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. All right, now we're gonna put off those trays. Happy birthday to you. Cha-cha-cha. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday.